Tina Garcia Frasco to deliver her welcome remarks.
President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., my fellow workers in government, good morning. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat, lalo-lalo na po sa ating mga beneficiaries ng Turismo Asenso Loans. I'm honored to welcome you all to this defining moment for Philippine tourism. Today, we shine a light of hope for our micro, small, and medium enterprises, the men and women whose hard work sustains jobs, nourishes families, and keeps our communities thriving. We are especially privileged to be joined by our beloved President, His Excellency, Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Mr. President, maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pagsuporta at pagkalinga sa turismo. Daghang salamat sa imong kanunay nga pagpanalipod ug pagpalig-on sa turismo. Under your vision for a bagong Pilipinas, our people are assured that government is not distant, but present, ready to respond, to empower, and to serve. I also extend my heartfelt appreciation to Secretary Chris Roque and to SBCorp President Robert Bastillo. In line with our President's directive to uplift MSMEs, and through your partnership with the Department of Tourism, we now offer our MSMEs not only recognition for their vital role, but real, tangible support to recover, to expand, and to thrive. The Turismo Asenso Loans affirm that progress belongs to all Filipinos in tourism, whether in crafts, food, transport, accommodations, wellness, guiding, or various other enterprises. With loans of up to 20 million pesos at affordable interest and flexible terms, this program strengthens every worker, every family, and every entrepreneur whose livelihood depends on tourism and whose success uplifts entire communities. Tourism, after all, is not only about destinations. Tourism is about people and the millions of Filipinos whose livelihood depends on every journey taken across our islands. Every trip, whether by our own kababayans exploring our country or from visitors abroad, sustains businesses, creates jobs, and fuels pride in our economies. That is why, under a bagong Pilipinas, supporting our MSMEs is central to our nation's inclusive growth, ensuring that the benefits of tourism are felt by every Filipino family. To our Turismo Asenso loan recipients here today, ang inyong sipag at ang inyong tiyaga ang siyang tunay na lakas ng turismo. Your courage to persist despite hardship proves that with the right support, our entrepreneurs can rise, and in rising, we lift our nation with them. And so today, with our President, we affirm together, tourism is not just leisure. Tourism is livelihood. It is our pride, our hope, and a vital pillar of our economy. Sapagkat sa turismo, may trabaho at may asenso ang bawat Pilipino. Maraming salamat, daghang salamat, mabuhay ang ating mga MSMEs at mabuhay ang turismo ng Pilipinas.
Thank you, Secretary Frasco. To give us her message and overview of the loans, may we call on Trade and Industry Secretary Cristina Aldeguer Roque.
His Excellency President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., my fellow Cabinet Secretary Cristina Garcia Frasco of the Department of Tourism, Small Business Corporation President Bobby Bastillo, fellow colleagues from the government, distinguished guests, media partners, and most importantly, our loan awardees today, good morning to all of you. Today's launch of the Turismo Asenso Loan Program, or TALP, sends a clear message that the Marcos Jr.'s administration is here to get things done, especially for the MSMEs. We have different loans given by the SBCorp, and one of them is the Turismo Asenso Program. Let's take advantage of the loans that's given. It's very easy now to take a loan. You just need to go to sbcorp.gov.ph, and in 1 week, you can get your loan. 1 year, no payment of principal and interest, and no collateral for 10,000 all the way to 10 million. So let's take advantage of this. When the DOT and DTI signed our Memorandum of Agreement last April, we agreed on one urgent priority, financing for tourism. We realized that for tourism, we really need to grow tourism as this is a driver of trade. So definitely, we must get things done. Utos ng ating Pangulo is to make sure that we get the MSME loans done to all the MSMEs that needed to uplift their businesses. Through the Turismo Asenso Loan Program, we are addressing the gap with concrete and accessible and affordable loan packages for micro-enterprises, for first-time borrowers, and of course, for the loyal SB Corporation borrowers. These amounts do not just buy equipment or facilities, they buy unforgettable stories for our travelers. A bed and breakfast inn in Batangas can finally add more rooms. A diving shop in Palawan can invest in safer equipment. A souvenir maker in Laguna can upgrade production. So let's take advantage of this loan given by SBCorp. There's enough funds for everyone. So again, go to sbcorp.gov.ph, and definitely they'll make sure that you get your loan. Each loan sustains jobs, fuels local economies, and showcases the best of the Philippines to the world. At the Department of Trade and Industry, SBCorp, together, our role is to ensure that this support is timely, affordable, and responsive. We are not just here to extend credit, we are investing in our people, our culture, and our communities. We are building a tourism industry that creates not only responsible visitors, but also uplifts the lives of those who take part in this activity. To our beloved MSMEs here today, you are our partners in nation building. With your creativity, hard work, and passion, we can ensure that every visitor who comes to the Philippines brings home not only memories of our beaches and mountains, but also of Filipino excellence and hospitality. On behalf of the Department of Trade and Industry, SB Corporation, I thank our partners from the DOT and most of all, our entrepreneurs. The success of TALP lies in your hands. Let us continue to use our cultural capital to connect and to create unforgettable experiences for our tourists so they definitely come back to the Philippines. Together, let us make our tourism industry stronger, more competitive, and truly inclusive. Maraming salamat at mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas. Thank you.
Thank you, Secretary Roque. At this point, we shall now proceed with the ceremonial awarding of loans under the Turismo Asenso. May we request the President to kindly lead the awarding. Likewise, we request the secretaries to please assist the President. To begin, may we call on Ms. Amelia Ricafrente Hasmin, who's been granted a loan amounting to 150,000 pesos. Next, Ms. Arisa Joy Baroga Irabagon, who's been granted a loan amounting to 200,000 pesos. Next, Mr. Roderick Pacordo Calleja, who's been granted a loan amounting to 200,000 pesos. Next, Ms. Julieta Montague Robles, who's been granted a loan amounting to 300,000 pesos. Next, Mr. Jason Darang Alberca, who's been granted a loan amounting to 300,000 pesos. Next is Ms. Marilyn Calderon Ceredon, who's been granted a loan amounting to 450,000 pesos. Again, Ms. Marilyn Calderon Ceredon, who's been granted a loan amounting to 450,000 pesos. Next, Ms. Criselda San Juan Joseph, who's been granted a loan amounting to 450,000 pesos. Finally, Ms. Jacqueline Claire Castro Bialoglovsky, who's been granted a loan amounting to 1 million pesos. Congratulations to all the recipients of the Turismo Asenso Loan Program. And thank you, Mr. President. At this point, may we call on once again Tourism Secretary Cristina Garcia Frasco to introduce our guest of honor and keynote speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Maraming salamat sa ating Tourism Secretary, Secretary Cristina Frasco sa iyong pagpakilala. Magsiupo po tayo. Ang ating butihing Trade and Industry Secretary, Secretary Chris Roque, ang Small Business Corporation President and CEO Robert Bastillo. Siyempre, pinakamahalaga rito yung mga nakatanggap ng Turismo Asenso Loan Program. Kayong pinakamahalaga dahil kayong nangunguna dito sa programang ito. Kaya sa magiging halimbawa ng inyong gagawin dito sa programa natin na Asenso Loan, ay malalaman, magkakalat yan sa lahat ng iba't ibang MSMEs sa turismo. At para malaman nila na may ganitong klaseng programa at pag naging successful, mas lalo pang madadagdagan yan. Dahil siyempre, we always, as they say, we always invest in success. My fellow workers in government, ladies and gentlemen, magandang umaga sa inyo lahat. Isa na ang turismo sa mga haligi ng ating ekonomiya. Nagdadala ito ng kabuhayan at pag-unlad sa libo-libong maliliit na negosyo saan man nasulok ng ating bansa. Sa bawat welcome at mabuhay na sinasambit ng tour guide, sa bawat lutong bahay, sa karinderya, sa bawat serbisyong may ngiti, nariyan kayo. Ang ating mga lokal na negosyante sa turismo. Kayo ang bumubuhay sa industriya ng turismo at tumutulong sa paglago ng ating mga komunidad. Kaya naman, patuloy ang pamahalaan sa pagsulong ng mga programang sumusuporta sa inyo. Isa na rito ang Turismo Asenso Loan Program na bunga ng pagtutulungan ng Department of Tourism at Department of Trade and Industry, katuwang ang Small Business Corporations. Layunin ng programang ito na gawing mas abot kamay ang puhunan para sa mga MSME sa turismo. Ngayong araw, ipinagkaloob natin ang loan packages sa 9 na tourism-related MSMEs mula sa NCR at saka sa Region 4A. Sa pamamagitan ng mga loan na ito, matutulungan natin ang ating mga MSMEs na sila ay mapalago ang inyong mga negosyo. Mapahusay ang kalidad ng serbisyo upang maipakita ang tatak ng ating ipinagmamalaki na Filipino hospitality. Higit sa lahat, makakapagbigay ng mas magandang kinabukasan para sa inyong pamilya at komunidad. Kaya patuloy ang pamahalaan sa pagpapatupad ng mga programang nagbibigay ng oportunidad sa ating mga MSMEs. Ang ilan sa mga ito ay negosyo centers, go local, tourist rest areas, mga trade fair na tumutulong sa promosyon ng ating mga lokal na produkto. Layunin ng mga ito na gawing simple, abot kaya at epektibo ang paghahatid ng serbisyo at pagbebenta ng produkto. Kaya naman, sa DOT, DTI at SBCorp, tiyakin ninyong abot ng Turismo Asenso Loan Program at iba pang tulong sa buong panig ng bansa. Palawakin pa ang impormasyon ukol dito, gawing simple ang proseso, at tiyakin na maraming MSMEs ang makikinabang, lalo na ang mga nasa malalayong lugar. Sa ating mga tourism workers at stakeholders, mula lungsod hanggang malalayong isla, kayo ang dahilan kung bakit pinapalakas natin ang suporta para sa mga maliliit na negosyo sa turismo. At sa mga lokal na komunidad, sa industriya ng sining, sa mga hospitality providers, saludo naman kami sa inyong lahat. Dahil sa inyo, mas lumalalim ang paghanga at pagkakilala ng mga turista sa mga ipinagmamalaki natin dito sa Pilipinas. Ngayon, mas pinipili na ng mga turista ang mga aktibidad na mas makabuluhan, mga karanasan mas malapit sa lokal na kultura at pamumuhay. What they call this is experiential tourism. Hindi lang maaari nakaupo lang sa beach at nagpapaaraw o basta kumakain lang ng kumakain at nagiinuman lang. Kailangan meron silang pinupuntahan, may makita silang bagong kultura, meron silang makitang lugar na hindi nila nakikita sa ibang lugar. At pero para sa atin, mga Pilipino, ang pinakamahalaga na maramdaman nila at maranasan nila ang hospitality ng Pilipino. Alam naman natin yan ang pinagmamalaki natin sa lahat. At siguro baka magtampo sa akin ang mga kaibigan kong dayuhan, pero sa palagay ko tayo lang mga Pinoy ang may ganyan. Babiyahe ang pamilya sa mga hindi pa nila napupuntahan. Titikman ang mga pagkain kilala sa lugar at maglilibot sa mga bayan at lokal na merkado. Sa ganitong mga paglalakbay, mas nauunawaan at mas hinahangaan ng mga turista ang kwento ng bawat lugar. May kahulugan ang bawat koneksyon sa mga taong nakakasalamuha, sa mga pagkain bago sa kanilang panlasa at sa mga tanawing bihira nilang masilayan. Kaya sama-sama natin ipagmalaki ang ganda ng Pilipinas, hindi lamang sa ating tanawin, kung hindi higit sa lahat sa talento, sipag at galing ng bawat Pilipino. Maraming salamat at mabuhay sa ating mga MSMEs. Mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this point, may we request the President to kindly grant us a photo opportunity. First, may we call on stage the Turismo Asenso Loan recipients. DOT, DTI, and SBCorp officials, please stand by. Thank you. Please exit to your left. DOT, DTI, and SBCorp officials, you may now proceed on stage. Thank you. Please exit to your right. Thank you, Mr. President, for granting us a photo opportunity. That concludes our program with the President. Thank you, Mr. President, for gracing the Turismo Asenso Loan Awarding Ceremony. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.